Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the ideal and non-ideal solution and types of non-ideal solutions which show positive deviation and negative deviation from Raoult's law. Next, our topic is colligative property, in which types of colligative property we have discussed two types of colligative property, that is relative RLVP, relative lowering in vapor pressure, and second colligative property is elevation in boiling point. So today we are going to start our third colligative property, that is depression in freezing point. Third colligative property is depression in फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट. फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट के अंदर क्या आएगा? डिप्रेशन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव टू नो अबाउट द फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट. व्हाट इज फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट? फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट फॉर एनी लिक्विड is that temperature. Freezing point for any liquid is that temperature at which vapor pressure of its solid state becomes equal to its liquid state. So we can say that freezing point, it is the temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid state becomes equal to its vapor pressure of solid state. इट मीन्स कोई भी लिक्विड फ्रीज कब होगा? उस टेम्परेचर पर वो लिक्विड फ्रीज होगा जब उसका वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ लिक्विड स्टेट, वेपर प्रेशर विच इज प्रेजेंट इन द लिक्विड स्टेट इज इक्वल टू द वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ द सॉलिड स्टेट. सो लिक्विड स्टार्ट फ्रीजिंग. सॉलिड स्टेट हैव आल्सो लिटिल बिट वेपर प्रेशर या लेस वेपर प्रेशर इन द सॉलिड स्टेट. वी हैव अंडरस्टैंड टू इट बाय making a graph. Let us draw a graph between vapor pressure and temperature. Y-axis denote the vapor pressure and at this temperature we consider a pure solvent. This is our pure solvent. At any temperature the vapor pressure of the pure solvent at that point. This is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent at any temperature. The vapor pressure of solution is also present. Vapor pressure of solution is less than the solvent when temperature start decreasing, because when we have to freeze a solution, if we have to freeze a liquid, then its temperature should be decreases. When temperature decreases, its vapor pressure start decreasing. So for the pure solvent, when temperature start decreasing, its vapor pressure is also decreasing. At that point we consider that this liquid start converting into solid, so its vapor pressure decreases sharply. Its vapor pressure decreasing sharply. At this point the vapor pressure of the liquid state becomes equal to its vapor pressure of solid state. The temperature at which these two things are equal, that is called as the freezing point of the pure solvent and it is denoted by T naught F. अगेन एक बार देखो, यहाँ पर हमने क्या लिया? प्योर सोलवेंट. वी कंसीडर द वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ प्योर सोलवेंट एट दैट पॉइंट. दिस पॉइंट इज ए. व्हेन temperature start decreasing, its vapor pressure also goes on decreasing. At that point, this is our B point, the vapor pressure of liquid become equal to its solid state. This is our liquid state and this is our solid state. At this point vapor pressure of liquid state and solid state are equal and vapor pressure of solid goes on decreasing sharply. एक साथ यहाँ पर वेपर प्रेशर सॉलिड स्टेट का जैसे जैसे हम टेम्परेचर कम करेंगे डिक्रीज होगा. दिस पॉइंट सी, दिस डिनोट्स द वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ vapor pressure of a solution. This point C denotes the vapor pressure of a solution. When temperature start decreasing, its vapor pressure also decreasing, and it goes like this. We consider the point D. At this point D, the vapor pressure of the solution, which is present in the liquid form, is equal to vapor pressure of its solid state. The temperature at which this vapor pressure equal, that is the freezing point for the solution. So हमने यहाँ पर दोनों के लिए क्या है, freezing point निकाली. This is the temperature at which pure solvent start freezing. We can say that this point is B point is the freezing point for the pure solvent, and temperature is T0 F. Again, for the solution, vapor pressure of solid and liquid state is equal at the point D. So we can say that temperature is Tf, and the difference between these two temperature, this is known as delta Tf. Delta Tf is depression in freezing point. Why it is depression? Because the temperature at which pure solvent start freezing is more than the freezing point, या temperature at which solution start freezing. Temperature delta Tf naught is greater than Tf, so we can calculate delta Tf is equal to T naught F minus Tf. Freezing point temperature of pure solvent minus freezing point temperature for the solution, and delta Tf is directly proportional to concentration of solute, because if more solute are added to the pure solvent, then its vapor pressure goes on decreasing and its depression becomes more. जैसे जैसे हम इस solvent के अंदर जितनी ज़्यादा अमाउंट में solute को ऐड करेंगे, उसका vapor pressure उतना ही कम होगा, और vapor pressure जितना कम होगा, यहाँ पर depression या freezing point में depression भी उतना ही ज़्यादा होगा. So we can say that delta Tf is directly proportional to concentration, term is molality, or delta Tf is equal to Kf into m. Here Kf is a constant, and it is known as molar depression constant for solvent. Molar depression constant for solvent. Constant for solvent. This is molar depression constant for solvent. This is our molality. So we can write delta Tf is equal to Kf into m. Molality is number of moles of solute by weight of solvent in kg. So we can write it Kf into mass of solute by molar mass of solute, weight of solvent. If it is in gram, then we can convert it into kilogram. That is the formula for the depression in freezing point. We can calculate molar mass of the solute from this colligative property. So m naught will be equal to Kf into W into 1000 by delta Tf into mass of solvent in kg. We can calculate the molar mass of solvent from this property. So again देखते हैं एक बार डिप्रेशन इन फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट. सबसे पहले हमने किसके बारे में स्टडी किया? फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट के बारे में. तो फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट क्या था? वो टेम्परेचर जिसके ऊपर वेपर प्रेशर लिक्विड स्टेट का और सॉलिड स्टेट का दोनों का वेपर प्रेशर किसी भी लिक्विड के लिए क्या हो जाता है? इक्वल हो जाता है. दैट टेम्परेचर इज कॉल्ड फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट टेम्परेचर. ग्राफिकली हमने इसको अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए एक ग्राफ ड्रॉ किया बिटवीन द वेपर प्रेशर एंड टेम्परेचर. Let us consider the vapor pressure of pure solvent at point A, and vapor pressure of solution is at that point is C. When temperature goes on decreasing, vapor pressure start decreasing for the both solution as well as solvent. At B point, vapor pressure of pure solvent and solid liquid state and solid state become equal. When it convert into solid, its vapor pressure steeply decreases. एक साथ ये बहुत ज़्यादा decrease होगा, and at that point, it's the freezing point for the solution. Difference between these two temperature is depression in freezing point, and it can be calculated T naught F minus Tf. Delta Tf is directly proportional to amount of solute or concentration of solute. It is directly proportional to molality, so we can calculate Kf into m, and Kf is m molality is mass of solute by molar mass of solvent in kilogram. This is the relation between depression and freezing point. It is an colligative property because it depends upon amount of solute. We have discussed already elevation in boiling point and depression in freezing point. So according to property elevation in boiling point, दोनों को एक साथ देख लेते हैं. Elevation in boiling point and second is depression in freezing point. Elevation in boiling point, that is delta TB. It will come out to be TB boiling point for the solution because it is elevation minus TB naught. And in case of the depression in freezing point, delta TF is equal to TF naught. ये नोट वाला जो है for the pure solvent, this is for the solvent, minus TF, and it will come out to be equal to Kb into M, and it is also equal to Kf into M. So we can calculate the unit of constant Kb and Kf, molar elevation constant and molar depression constant for the solvent. So Kb या Kf will be equal to delta Tb by M या फिर delta Tf by M. For the change in temperature, otherwise while it is depression in freezing point or elevation in boiling point, its unit will be degree Celsius, and for the molality, that is molal inverse. We can also write it as the unit of this Kelvin, and for the molality is number of moles of solute by mass of solvent. तो moles inverse, ऊपर जाके inverse, and mass of solvent in kg. So unit can be calculated like this, unit of the Kb and Kf. For pure water, value of Kf, for pure water के लिए अगर हम देखें Kf की जो वैल्यू आएगी 1.08 डिग्री सेल्सियस पर मोलल, एंड Kb for pure water 0.52 डिग्री सेल्सियस पर मोलर. न्यूमेरिकल्स के अंदर वैसे ये चीज़ें दी जाती हैं, Kf for pure water and Kb for the pure water. Kf is always greater than Kb. Another formula for the Kb and Kf are, for the Kb, it is equal to R Tb square over 1000 Lv. That is another relation between Kb and Tb. Tb is the boiling point of pure solvent. Boiling point of pure solvent. And here Lv is the latent heat of vaporization. This is our latent heat of vaporization. R is gas constant. We can also write for the Kf, formula for the Kf, it is R Tf square over 1000 Lf. Here Tf is the freezing point of pure solvent, freezing point of pure solvent, and Lf is latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. So this is the relation between Kf and Tf. For any liquid, किसी भी लिक्विड के लिए अगर हम बात करें तो वैल्यू ऑफ द Lv इज ग्रेटर देन Lf. Lv is greater than Lf. Lv means latent heat of vaporization is greater than latent heat of fusion. If value of this is greater than Lf, so the value of Kb is less than, because it present in the denominator. So we can say that Kb is less than Kf. And for the pure water, their values are given here. The values for these are given here. So this is our third colligative property, that is depression in freezing point, and we compare elevation in boiling point and depression in freezing point. We can remember the values for pure water 1.08 and 0.52. Kf is always greater than Kb for the pure solvent. Kb can be calculated RTB square over 1000 LV and Kf RTF square over 1000 LV. This is our third colligative property. Now we are going to start our last colligative property, that is osmotic pressure. Our fourth colligative property is osmotic pressure. So let's start our last property, osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is represented by pi. To understand the phenomena of osmotic pressure, first we are going to discuss about the semi-permeable membrane. What is semi-permeable membrane? सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन क्या होती है? शॉर्ट में इसको हम लिखेंगे दैट इज SPM. सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन इज SPM. सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन इज दैट मेम्ब्रेन which allow only solvent molecules to pass through it. जो अपने अंदर से सिर्फ solvent molecules को पास होने देती, allow only solvent molecule to pass through it. मतलब सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन क्या वह मेम्ब्रेन है जो सिर्फ क्या है अपने अंदर से सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल्स को पास होने देगी. इसके लिए हम एक ग्राफिकली इसको या एक डायग्राम की हेल्प से इसको समझते हैं. जैसे हमने सोल्यूट और सोलवेंट को मिलाकर एक सॉल्यूशन तैयार किया. We prepare a solution by mixing solute and solvent. We draw a diagram for it. हम दो तीन टर्म्स को इसके अंदर स्टडी करेंगे. दैट इज दिस इज आवर सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन इन द मिडल. दिस इज आवर SPM, short form SPM, semi permeable membrane. In one side we fill, this is our pure solvent. What is this? Pure solvent. And in other side we take solution, means molecules of solute and solvent are also present in that side. So the concentration of solvent molecules is at C1 and concentration of solvent molecule to the solution side is C2. This is the concentration of solvent molecule. If C1 is greater than C2, so the movement of the solvent molecule occur from higher concentration to the lower concentration. Solvent molecules move from higher concentration to lower concentration through the semi-permeable membrane. This process is known as osmosis. Osmosis, very important term. It is the movement of solvent molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane. This process is known as the osmosis. Osmosis is the process movement of only solvent molecule from their region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. Now we have to study the phenomena of osmotic pressure. If this concentration difference or pressure difference between these 2 points, this is our pure solvent and this is our solution. Now here we apply a pressure. We apply a pressure on the solution side. When we apply a pressure on the solution side, then these solvent molecules stop flowing from solvent side to the solution side. मतलब वो कम से कम वो प्रेशर, मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ द प्रेशर which is required to stop the flow of solvent molecule from solvent side to the solution side. This pressure is known as the osmotic pressure. So we can say that osmotic pressure which is denoted by pi. It is the pressure applied in solution side to stop the flow of solvent molecules from solvent side to solution side. या हाई कंसंट्रेशन से जब सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन के थ्रू इस साइड आ रहे थे, तो इस मूवमेंट को रोकने के लिए जो हमने प्रेशर लगाया, दैट प्रेशर इज कॉल्ड एज द ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर. इफ this pressure is greater than osmotic pressure means when pressure is equal to osmotic pressure या पाई के इक्वल होगा. when this pressure P is greater than osmotic pressure, अगर हमने यहाँ पर प्रेशर और ज़्यादा लगाया तो फिर क्या होगा, ये सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल्स, मूवमेंट तो सिर्फ किसकी होगी, सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल्स की, क्योंकि सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन अलाउ ओनली सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल. तो अब सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल सॉल्यूशन साइड से किस साइड मूव करेंगे, टुवर्ड द सोलवेंट साइड. एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज नोन एज रिवर्स ऑस्मोसिस. जो वाटर प्यूरिफायर्स के अंदर इसका यूज किया जाता है. सो नेक्स्ट टर्म इज रिवर्स ऑस्मोसिस. रिवर्स ऑस्मोसिस शॉर्ट इज आरओ. आरओ मीन्स व्हेन, तो इसको कैसे बोलेंगे, व्हेन मूवमेंट ऑफ द सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल्स, we can say that movement of solvent molecules from solution side to solvent side when pressure applied is greater than its osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure means this is our pi. So we can say that this process is reverse osmosis. एक बार जल्दी से इसको रिवाइज करें. सबसे पहले हमने सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन को स्टडी किया इन द ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर. सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन वो मेम्ब्रेन जो सिर्फ किसको अलाउ करेगी, अलाउ टू पास ओनली द सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल टू पास थ्रू इट. नेक्स्ट इज ऑस्मोसिस. ऑस्मोसिस कैसे, मूवमेंट ऑफ सोलवेंट फ्रॉम हायर कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ सोलवेंट टू द लोअर कंसंट्रेशन. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट हमारा इसमें आया कि ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर क्या है, जब मूवमेंट ऑफ द सोलवेंट मोलिक्यूल फ्रॉम सोलवेंट टू द सॉल्यूशन टू स्टॉप दिस एंट्री, या प्रेशर अप्लाइड इन द सॉल्यूशन साइड टू स्टॉप द फ्लो ऑफ सोलवेंट फ्रॉम सोलवेंट साइड टू द सॉल्यूशन साइड. अगर हमने ये प्रेशर ग्रेटर देन द ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर अप्लाई किया, देन दिस प्रोसेस रिवर्स मीन्स solvent moves from the solution side to the solvent side, and that pressure that is called as the reverse osmosis. A movement of the solvent molecule from the solution side to the solvent side when pressure applied is greater than the osmotic pressure. These are the important terms which are used in this colligative property, osmotic pressure. Now from the ideal gas equation, our ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT. P is pressure, V volume, number of moles, gas constant, and T is temperature. When osmotic pressure is applied, so P is equal to pi. We can write pi V is equal to N into R into T. Pi is the osmotic pressure. Pi is equal to nRT by V. Number of moles by volume, it is represented by concentration, so we can write it CRT. So osmotic pressure becomes equal to CRT. C is concentration, R gas constant, T is temperature. We can also write it as like number of moles mass of solute by molar mass of solute into concentration में नीचे क्या है हमारा वॉल्यूम, तो वॉल्यूम इफ इट इज इन nml multiplied by 1000. So we can denote it by molecular mass of solute. We can also calculate it. It is WRT into 1000 by pi into volume in ml. So molecular mass of solute can be calculated from it. This is the relation between osmotic pressure and gas constant concentration and temperature. So mainly इसमें क्या osmotic pressure, osmosis, osmotic pressure और reverse osmosis. Pi is equal to CRT. हम चारों कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टीज के मेन फॉर्मूलेज यहाँ पर एक बार डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. हमने 4 कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी स्टडी की. द फर्स्ट कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी दैट इज RLVP, रिलेटिव लोअरिंग इन वेपर प्रेशर. सेकंड इज एलिवेशन इन बॉइलिंग पॉइंट, एंड थर्ड कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी इज डिप्रेशन इन फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट. फोर्थ कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी इज ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर. ये चारों कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी हमने स्टडी की. जैसे हमने फर्स्ट केस में स्टडी किया दैट इज रिलेटिव लोअरिंग इन वेपर प्रेशर. फर्स्ट कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी वो प्रॉपर्टी जो डिपेंड करेगी अमाउंट ऑफ द सोल्यूट या नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ द सोल्यूट के डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होगी. तो RLVP रिलेटिव लोअरिंग इन वेपर प्रेशर इट इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा P बाई P नॉट इज इक्वल टू XB. एलिवेशन इन बॉइलिंग पॉइंट डेल्टा TB is equal to KB into M. Depression in freezing point delta TF is equal to KF into M. And osmotic pressure pi is equal to CRT. These are the relations of all these 4 colligative property. These relations are applied only where dissociation or association of solute molecules not occur. Dissociation और association से हमारा मतलब क्या है? कुछ सोल्यूट मॉलिक्यूल्स ऐसे होंगे जो आपस में जुड़ेंगे और कुछ क्या होंगे जो आपस में टूट जाएंगे. जैसे हमारे एग्जांपल से हम इसको स्टडी करते हैं. जैसे हमारा NaCl है या NaOH है, दे विल डिसोशिएट इनटू Na++Cl-. दैट इज द डिसोसिएशन. कुछ ऐसे हैं जो जुड़ जाते हैं. जैसे हम किसका एसिटिक एसिड को बेंजीन के अंदर डिसोल्व करें तो उसका एसोसिएशन हो जाएगा. तो मतलब ये कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी तब अप्लाई होंगी तब डिसोसिएशन या एसोसिएशन नहीं होगा. और ऐसे एग्जांपल सोल्यूट मॉलिक्यूल्स के दीज आर लाइक एन शुगर, यूरिया, ग्लूकोज. ऐसे सोल्यूट दैट इज शुगर, ग्लूकोज, यूरिया, they will not undergo association or dissociation. And in these cases where association or dissociation occur, there is another phenomena that is want of factor, जो हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में इसको स्टडी करेंगे. So here our colligative property has completed. Thank you students.